Yo, what's up guys? It's Pygoz here, the Crypto Pie, and today we're going to be talking about NEO to USD, guys. NEO to the USDT on Binance. So I'm talking about this because you guys have asked for it, right? So if you ask for a coin to review, to look at, or a pair, then I'll do it, right? So there we go, guys. So we have NEO USDT, and is it a good time to buy right now? Well, it's not the worst time, right? It's pretty good. I mean, you basically are all the way back to this support right here in the $30 range, right? Now, could it go lower? Of course it can, but to scale in here is not a super bad idea, right? We look at the 6 hour here. We were oversold before. If we take a look at the 3-day, we're nearly hitting oversold on the 3-day, guys. The daily is way oversold. The 12 hour, we had some news about NEP8 fundamentally. So guys, it's not a bad idea to pick up some NEO. That is for sure. Whether I don't care how you look at it, right? So am I picking up some NEO right now? Well, I'm waiting just to show a little uptrend, and then I'll definitely pick some up. So I'm simply waiting for a little uptrend to show, guys. And how I do that is let's just start with some lines here. Let's take the ray. Let me turn on the magnetic mode here, right? And we'll have this. So we have this line here, right? And then we'll have another one basically from here to right down there. So that is 2 uptrend lines, right? If it breaks this one, this is your first cue for an uptrend. So let's say we break this, right? Let's say we break this. Let's say it goes up right here. Then you can have a nice play to the next uptrend, right? You have to keep that in mind. I mean, you have some resistance here already as well, but that's already 30%. So there's definitely big plays coming up for NEO, guys. If you know, I mean, it should, right? It should honestly go. So, and that's purely looking at just some trend lines, and looking at the support here. It's not a bad idea to pick up some NEO. I mean, honestly, if you pick it up here, guys, you can have a stop or wait for it close below here, which is only a 5%, which is very good. You know, just looking at that, it's actually very good. So yeah, this is definitely support. We've been here before, so yeah, I expect a bounce, guys. I expect a bounce for sure on NEO. So it's a pretty good coin to look at. Well, let's take a look at some algo targets, right? So we just gonna take a swing from here to here, right? That was obviously the first algo target, because we went all the way from there, and then we swung all the way down here, right? So, and then it went to 618, and it got rejected here, and it went further. So, and they are looking to buy it in between the $33. So they're already happy it goes even a little bit lower. So they're definitely stacking up, right? So their algo target has been hit, guys, right? That is something you need to keep in mind. That's definitely something you need to keep in mind. Now if we swing this from here to here, you can see that their algo target here got hit as well, right? They took that one, and not the way craziest one. So they already had that swing as well. So I think this pivot point is pretty important to look at. If we take a look here, so we have this pivot point still, and we go down here, then we're taking a look at all the way at $7. But that is kind of ridiculous, especially with RSI being this oversold. So I think looking at this, it's very realistic, guys, that the $33 is what they looked at. It's very realistic to think like that. Alright, so that's just something that you have to look at, right? Now, I mean, what about the algos that traded this, right? So that went from here to here, because that's also a 0.5, you have to keep in mind. And they are looking at $21, so that's still some way to go. But it's definitely, I mean, I think this pivot point has more interest than this one, personally, because you had big bounces. So, you know, it's just the way you look at it, right? So yeah, I mean, honestly, I think if you look at it this way, right, this is a pretty good way to look at it, especially because you have a lot of support here as well. So, you know, it's just a way you can look at it. And we also have, if you take all the way from the low here, right, and then you take all the way up, 886, we had a big bounce, and now we're at a double bottom. So, double bottom, guys. Hey, you know, what can we expect here, right? Let's take a look. Oh, at the 3-day here. So I mean, this is already very red, guys. How much further do you want it to go, right? I mean, it's just, yeah. Honestly, guys, I think we're due for a bounce. Honestly, right? So, but am I just gonna buy in? No, I'm waiting for a little uptrend to show. Right, the 1 hour is already showing that though. The 1 hour is showing an uptrend right here, guys. So if you look at the 1 hour, we're kind of bottoming out, and we're getting above that 21 EMA. I mean, you could wait for it to get above the Ichimoku cloud as well, and then look at, you know, some potential retracements and buy in. So yeah, I mean, it's not looking too bad, guys. It's not looking too bad at all for Neo. You could, if you want, you can pick it up right now, but you have to keep in mind that if you make a new low, which is around 5%, but that's also a big low, because if you look on the 12 hour, that is basically a 12-hour candle, right? So probably also a daily candle. Yeah, so if you go under the day, then obviously you want to be out. So is it bad to buy right now? No, it's not. It's absolutely not. You could expect big bounces from here, right? Big bounces. We're talking big bounces, okay? So yeah, it's not a bad buy at all, guys. So I mean, Neo is not a bad crypto at all, right, guys? It's a very good one. You know, it's one of my core holdings. Looking at this, is 200% if you just go back up to $80. If you go all the way back up to the high, then we're taking a look at like 550%, right? 500+%, guys. It's not bad at all to pick it up. Now, I mean, that will definitely take a long time. We can definitely consolidate here for a while, and we'll have a lot of points of interest to get through, right? But it's I mean, take a look at that. Let's take so we have big resistance here, and we have big resistance right here as well, right? Where else? We have big resistance up here. So these are like your points of interest, right? Not based on Fibonacci. If you look at, well, this one is super big because this one's also based on Fibonacci. So right, this one will be hard to get through, like $44 mark, and then you have another one at 786 at 58. But then if you probably gets just through it, and then 65 is a big one, 92 is a big one. So you do have some resistance, that's for sure. But hey, it's not too bad, guys. It's not looking too bad at all. So, like, can I do Elliott wave on here? It's hard. It's really hard. I mean, what I can see is potentially that we have something like this going on here, right? You have an ABC. That's a potential, right? Let's put that on minuet, and we can put that on the red color, right? That is what could be going on here. So yeah, I mean, then let's see if that ABC is like in order. If we take this big up, then the down swing here, the up here. Well, I mean, 618. Where's the 1-to-1? It's all the way. Yeah, that's just madness. I mean, where is it? It's all the way at $1, guys. So I cannot be looking at that seriously, right? The 618 has been met though. So, and that is also, I would just go with algo targets here, honestly, right? And we have a double bottom. So double bottom forming, guys, is just bullish, right? So yeah, anyways, guys, that is just all I can really tell about NEO to the US dollar, is that it's looking pretty good. And we have a double bottom here. So yeah, pick it up if you want to pick it up, and your stop would be under the low here, which also this low, which would make an all-time low on Binance. Not on all exchanges, guys. If you go on Bittrex, you can see NEO all the way from like $1 all the way to like the $200, right? But on Binance, that's still major, guys. So yeah, it's a very easy stop right now for a massive gain. So I mean, it's a pretty good time to be looking at NEO for sure. I definitely have it on my flag list at all times, so I can look at it, right? So yeah, it's a good one to look at, guys. But I personally guys, I wait for a little uptrend on at least the 4 hour, right? At least the 4 hour. I want to see it getting above this 21 EMA. I mean, you see we've been below it for a while. When we close above it, I'll probably enter for a nice up play, right? So I'm not trying to pick the absolute bottom here, but I definitely want to get in on this uptrend. So yeah, it's looking great, guys. Also, if you're not in my Telegram yet, join up with the CryptoPies blog, where you can ask me any question, can ask other people questions. Just a great chat box to be in, right? They had some there was some discussion going on whether EOS is like the big boy or not, and you know, honestly, guys, my opinion, my 2 cents, Bitcoin is the big boy, right? Bitcoin will stay the biggest for a long time at least, and Ethereum is still number 2, and I think it will stay that way for a while. Ethereum is not going anyway, sharding is coming, etc. Now EOS, sure, it's you know, it climbed the ranks, but that is mainly because of like the big amount of money they raised for the ICO. Okay, you have to keep that in mind. So yeah, and people don't want to really sell under where they bought, right? So yeah, I mean, EOS is definitely good for trading, but do I want to pick it up yet? No, it's way too much in the infancy stage. There's already trouble with it, so no, I don't really want to just hold it for the long term. Do I swing it? Yes, I do. Of course I swing EOS. So you know, that is just my 2 cents for that. Also, guys, I got a Twitter as well. You know, if you want, you can follow that. That's twitter.com/Pygoz. I post some charts there every now and then. I definitely post on my videos. I will also post when I go live on Twitch, right? Because I go live nowadays on twitch.tv/Pygoz. So you want to follow that. And if you do have Amazon Prime, it will mean a lot to me if you subscribe, because that just gives me a little bit of appreciation, right? I mean, for the money, it's not so much for the money. I mean, it's like $2.50 that would go to me, and $2.50 that goes to Amazon, to Twitch. But that's full disclosure, right? It's just, it'd be cool. So yeah, so guys, when a big dump is happening, right, or a big pump. So yesterday we had that dump on Bitcoin all of a sudden, right? I had to like make that video so quick, and it was hard. I mean, it's hard to render it, make a nice thumbnail, etc. It's way easier to just go live on Twitch and you guys can watch it. So make sure you get yourself a twitch.tv account, and you can watch me there live when things like that happen. I might also occasionally be streaming some games, and also just streaming some cryptocurrency related stuff, right? And you guys can just ask questions live there. So I mean, that's just something that's there. So yeah, consider joining twitch.tv, guys. Also join up with the CryptoPies feed, where I post all my videos, post about upcoming ICOs. When I find one, guys, I'll tell you guys about it, so you can whitelist for it, and you're ready for the sale, right, when that happens. So yeah, look forward to that as well. Anyways, guys, both telegrams will be in the description below, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit that post notification button. And if you've got any questions at all, leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.